Have you ever woken up, stretched leisurely, shuffled into the kitchen, and poured yourself that first refreshing glass of water, thinking, "This is healthy, this is good for me"? You're not alone. This has become a near universal morning ritual for most of us, almost second nature. It feels inherently right, especially as we age and are constantly reminded to stay hydrated and drink water first thing in the morning. But let me pose a thought-provoking question. Have you ever taken that initial sip of water only to feel slightly off afterward? Perhaps a wave of lightheadedness washes over you, your stomach feels queasy, or you're left with an odd, lingering fatigue, as if something isn't quite right. Many of us brush it off and carry on with our day. What if I told you that this seemingly innocent act of drinking water in the morning, something you've always considered a healthy habit, could actually be silently straining your heart, interfering with your medication, triggering digestive issues, or even harming your kidneys over time? It sounds incredible, doesn't it? Yet, this is a reality that occurs far more frequently than we realize. As we age, our bodies undergo subtle but significant changes. What suited us perfectly at 35 may not work the same way at 65 or 75. Our organs gradually slow down, our thirst signals become less pronounced, blood pressure becomes more volatile, and our digestive systems grow increasingly sensitive to factors like temperature, timing, and the speed of drinking. The concerning part: these aspects often go unaddressed, leaving many unaware that drinking water the wrong way in the morning can do more harm than good. That's precisely why this discussion matters. Today, I'll guide you through 5 surprisingly hazardous mistakes seniors commonly make when hydrating in the morning, and more importantly, how to steer clear of them. This isn't a complex medical lecture filled with intimidating statistics. Instead, it's a collection of practical, down-to-earth truths designed to make your morning safer, more comfortable, and healthier. By the end of this exploration, you'll have clear insights into what's happening within your body and discover how making a few simple adjustments can safeguard your heart, kidneys, and overall well-being. Whether you're looking after an elderly loved one or are a senior yourself, understanding these points can transform your daily routine. So, get comfortable, and let's dive into this essential conversation. And if you're here because you're committed to taking better care of yourself each morning, drop a quick here in the comments. I'd love to connect with you and know who's on this journey towards wise and healthy aging. Mistake 1. Drinking water too quickly. Imagine waking up after a restless night. Your mouth is parched, your throat scratchy, and your body desperately craves something refreshing. You reach for the glass of water on your nightstand or head straight to the kitchen, fill a cup, and gulp it down as if you've been stranded in the desert. In that moment, it feels incredibly satisfying until it doesn't. A few minutes later, you might experience dizziness, abdominal discomfort, or even a strange heaviness in your chest or an irregular heartbeat. Most people would dismiss these symptoms, thinking, "I probably stood up too fast or I didn't sleep well last night." However, erase the underlying truth. As we age, our bodies become much more sensitive to how substances, especially water, are introduced. Our digestive systems no longer process things as efficiently as they once did. Stomach emptying slows down, blood pressure can fluctuate suddenly, and a heart already under stress may not respond well to rapid changes. When you consume a large amount of water in one go, especially after lying down for hours, your body has to quickly adapt. This sudden influx of fluid can dilute your electrolytes, causing temporary lightheadedness. It can also put additional strain on the heart, particularly if you're dealing with hypertension, arrhythmia, or weakened cardiac function. What's more, many aren't aware that drinking water too quickly in the morning can disrupt your body's internal regulation systems, leaving you feeling fatigued rather than energized. While it's true that drinking water in the morning can kickstart your body, the manner in which you do it matters. Flooding your system right away isn't beneficial. It's overwhelming. Your body has spent 6 to 8 hours in a state of fasting and repair, operating at a slow, gentle pace. You need to match that rhythm. So, what's the solution? Take your time. Instead of reaching for a full glass and chugging it down, start with half a glass of room temperature water. Sip it slowly over 5 to 10 minutes, allowing your body to gradually wake up, much like you'd stretch before going for a walk. This simple adjustment can significantly improve how your heart, kidneys, and digestive system respond. You're not in a hurry to boost your energy. You're building it steadily, supporting your body to thrive rather than merely survive the day. Mistake 2. Drinking water before checking blood pressure meds. Let me share a real-life story. Meet James, a 72-year-old retiree who enjoys his morning walks and reading the newspaper. He's a man of routine. Wake up, make the bed, drink a full glass of water, take his medication, and then start his day. It seems harmless, right? But James was unaware that that large glass of water he consumed first thing in the morning was actually diminishing the effectiveness of the very thing keeping his blood pressure stable, his medication. James began noticing changes. Some mornings, he felt shaky, and his blood pressure readings became unpredictable. He attributed it to aging. But after consulting his pharmacist, the truth emerged. Certain blood pressure medications, especially those for heart rhythm regulation, diuretics, or ACE inhibitors, are highly sensitive to timing. Some should be taken on an empty stomach with just a small sip of water, while others are best taken after a light meal. When you drink a large amount of water before taking these medications, they can be diluted in your system before they have a chance to work properly. Water may seem harmless, but when medication is involved, the situation becomes more complex. Your body's ability to absorb medication depends on stomach contents, digestion speed, and even the volume of liquid it's mixed with. Drinking excessive water before checking the proper way to take your meds risks flushing them through your system too quickly, preventing your body from fully absorbing the active ingredients. The result, you won't experience the full benefits, and your blood pressure could spike or drop unexpectedly later in the day. This isn't meant to alarm you but to empower you. Once James learned to adjust his routine, everything changed. He consulted his doctor, made a few minor tweaks, and now takes his meds as prescribed, with just a small sip of water first, waits for about 30 minutes, and then proceeds with his regular morning hydration. His blood pressure is stable again. The key takeaway: if you're on medication, especially for your heart, blood pressure, or thyroid, don't guess. Have an open conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them clearly, should I drink water before or after taking this medication? It's a straightforward question, but the answer can have a profound impact on your health, as even something as pure as water can interfere with your body's needs if consumed at the wrong time. Mistake 3. Lying back down after drinking. Now, picture Martha, a 78-year-old who always keeps a glass of water by her bedside. She wakes up early, takes a few sips or sometimes finishes the whole glass, then leans back into her pillows, thinking, just 5 more minutes. She's in no rush, and the morning is calm. However, over time, Martha started noticing something was amiss. She experienced a burning sensation in her chest more frequently, along with bloating and a tight feeling in her upper stomach. Some mornings, she even felt nauseous, as if her previous day's food hadn't digested properly. She tried changing her diet and taking antacids, but the discomfort persisted. It wasn't until her daughter asked about her morning routine that the pattern became clear. Drinking water and then lying back down. As we age, the valve between the stomach and esophagus, the lower esophageal sphincter, weakens. It doesn't close as tightly as it used to, making gravity crucial for digestion. When you drink water and then lie flat, especially on an empty stomach, the liquid can flow back into the esophagus, potentially triggering mild acid reflux or worsening existing GERD symptoms. And it doesn't always present as classic heartburn. Sometimes, it's just an uncomfortable tightness in the chest, a persistent cough, or a lingering feeling of fullness. Many people assume that water soothes the stomach, but lying down too soon after drinking can trap the water in the upper digestive tract, irritating the esophagus lining, especially in the morning when your digestive system is just waking up and isn't fully ready to process fluids. The solution is simple. After drinking water, stay upright for at least 15 to 30 minutes. You don't have to stand or pace around. Sitting on the edge of the bed, stretching your shoulders, or reading the morning paper is sufficient. Let gravity assist your digestion and allow your body to ease into the day. This small change can spare you a great deal of discomfort. For Martha, this adjustment significantly reduced her reflux issues. She didn't need new medication or a special diet. Just awareness and a willingness to adapt her routine made all the difference. This is what elderly wisdom is about: understanding when your body requires different approaches than before. Mistake 4. Drinking cold water first thing in the morning. Meet Brian, a 75-year-old early riser known for his sharp mind and disciplined routine. For decades, his morning ritual remained unchanged. Wake up, splash cold water on his face, and then down a tall glass of ice-cold water straight from the fridge. He believed it invigorated his system, making him feel alert and refreshed. However, as the years went by, he started experiencing changes. Some mornings, he felt stomach cramps, not severe but uncomfortable. He noticed a tightness in his lower back, digestion became sluggish, and his appetite decreased. Sometimes, he felt unusually cold, even in a warm room. He couldn't understand why, as he thought he was maintaining his usual routine, but his body had changed, and that once refreshing glass of icy water was now disrupting his system. Cold water can be a shock to the digestive tract, especially for seniors. When you consume ice-cold water in the morning, your body has to work extra hard to bring it up to your internal temperature. This might not seem significant when you're young, but for older adults, this additional effort can slow down digestion, constrict blood vessels in the stomach, and cause mild distress to the kidneys, which are more delicate with age. Your internal organs function best in a warm environment. They're most efficient when your core temperature is stable. Cold water constricts, slows down, and tenses up your system, similar to asking your stomach to run a marathon without warming up first. Despite this, many people associate cold water with health, cleanliness, and a fresh start. But for the aging body, that initial shock can stress your system, especially in the morning when your muscles are stiff, organs are awakening, and digestion is sluggish. So, what's a better option? Lukewarm or room temperature water is ideal. Even better, add a slice of lemon. The gentle acidity can naturally stimulate digestion, while the warmth helps keep your body balanced and comfortable. When Brian made this switch, within a week, his cramps disappeared, his appetite returned, and he noticed his mornings felt more peaceful. It was a simple change that provided his body with the supportive hydration it needed. What worked well in your 40s or 50s might not be suitable now, and that's okay. This stage of life calls for a more gentle approach, greater attentiveness to your body, and wiser choices. Mistake 5. Skipping morning hydration altogether. Elaine, an 80-year-old full of grace and vitality, enjoys gardening, solving crossword puzzles, and watching her favorite afternoon shows. However, she occasionally experienced dizziness when standing up, leg cramps in the morning, and attributed these symptoms to aging, brushing them off as just a part of getting older or sleeping in an awkward position. One morning, she stood up, felt extremely dizzy, and nearly stumbled. This incident scared both her and her daughter, prompting them to investigate. After ruling out medication and blood sugar issues, they discovered something surprisingly simple. Elaine wasn't drinking any water in the morning. As we age, our natural thirst mechanism weakens. Just because you don't feel thirsty doesn't mean your body doesn't need water. In fact, by the time you experience thirst, you're already mildly dehydrated. Consider this. Your body goes 6 to 8 hours without water during sleep. Even without sweating, you lose fluids through breathing, skin evaporation, and basic metabolic processes. When you wake up, your cells are dehydrated, joints are stiff, your mind is foggy, and your blood is thicker. Starting the day in this state sets a challenging tone, especially for seniors. Mild dehydration can lead to dizziness, confusion, fatigue, muscle cramps, and place additional strain on your kidneys, even affecting your heart rate and blood pressure. Some older adults might think, I don't feel thirsty in the morning or coffee is enough. But here's the truth. Coffee actually dehydrates you further and can't substitute for water. You need to hydrate your body, and it doesn't have to be a large amount. Start with half a glass of room temperature water right after waking up. Set it by your bedside the night before and make it a regular part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth or making the bed. This simple act is a kind gesture to your body each day. When Elaine started doing this, gradually increasing her water intake with breakfast, she noticed a significant improvement within days. The dizziness lessened, the cramps subsided, and she felt more alert and in control of her mornings. The key lesson is that you don't have to feel thirsty to be dehydrated, and skipping morning hydration can lead to a day of imbalances. Now that you're aware of these 5 common mistakes, the ones that often go unnoticed but can gradually impact your strength, mental clarity, and comfort, take a moment to reflect. What you do in the first 30 minutes of your day sets the stage for the rest of it. Your body, a remarkable vessel that has carried you through the years, deserves the best possible start. It can be disheartening to learn that long-held routines might be more harmful than helpful. You've always done your best, following your instincts and trying to stay healthy. But now, You're discovering that even something as basic as drinking water requires more thought and care, realizing that your body doesn't recover as quickly as it once did and that the rules of health are evolving can feel overwhelming. And that's completely normal. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Millions of older adults are navigating these changes daily, striving to understand their bodies, maintain their strength, and preserve their independence. This isn't about instilling fear. It's about raising awareness and empowering you to take control of your health. When you understand your body's needs and limitations, you can shift from reacting to health issues to proactively responding to them. You can move from a state of uncertainty to one of calm, from guessing to knowing, and from feeling vulnerable to feeling prepared. The good news is, you don't need to overhaul your entire life. Paying attention to these subtle signals and making small, caring adjustments can make a world of difference. Here is a simple action you can take tonight. Pour half a glass of room temperature water and place it on your nightstand. Let it be a promise to yourself to start tomorrow with intention. In the morning, before reaching for coffee, taking medication, or getting caught up in the day's hustle, sit up, feel your feet on the ground, and take a slow sip. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, just a mindful act for yourself. These small, conscious efforts accumulate over time, strengthening your body, sharpening your mind, and deepening your connection to life. You're not just getting by, you're adapting, learning, and growing, and that takes incredible courage. It's never too late to care more deeply for your body. Honor the years it has endured, and approach each new day as an opportunity to nurture your well-being. You've earned the right to prioritize your health, and you deserve to start each day on a positive note. To summarize, remember these key points. Drink water slowly. Take your time to understand how your medications interact with water. Stay upright after drinking. Opt for warmer water instead of icy cold. And never skip morning hydration. These mistakes are common and easily overlooked, but now that you know about them, they're equally easy to correct. Knowledge is most valuable when shared. I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 mistakes surprised you the most? Have you been unknowingly making one of these errors for years? Or perhaps you've recently made a change that has made a significant difference in your well-being. Share your experiences in the comments. Your story could be the eye-opener someone else needs. If this video has provided you with peace of mind, made you feel seen and understood, I invite you to subscribe to the Golden Years Health. Here, we focus on living well as we age, sharing effective tips, honest insights, and practical wisdom. We walk this journey together, free from exaggeration and scare tactics, just genuine care and helpful advice. Thank you for spending your time with me today. It truly means a lot. Take good care of yourself, hydrate mindfully, and know that every small change you make today contributes to a better tomorrow. Stay strong, stay curious, and always stay wise. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.